do you know?
Yeah, which used to be called Heart of Gold, so we get a bit confused sometimes. We'll probably say it in an interview one day. Heart of Gold. Yeah, I was torn between calling it How Do You Know or Heart of Gold. But I think with the current times that we're in, this is the question, isn't it, really? How do we know? How do you know?
So many stories, so many
so
genders, so many different things. You know by your own feeling, your own inner feeling. That is the closest thing to any truth that you're not going to know ahead of time. You have to feel it for yourself. You have to find what feels right.
Yeah.
And
follow your heart.
Follow your heart, as they say.
It's only through a true heart of gold that you will really know.
There's a doff of the cup to Grace.
It wasn't intentional
Grace
though, that.
But
you know,
in a great way. I like
it's
the way.
It's just what came out. I mean, when you played your riff when we wrote it, I just whacked the sort of that reverb on, and it just worked. It brought out this thing in me.
It kind of got
a feeling place of depth, and
it kind of got. It's interesting. It kind of the riff for me is a bit sort of Beatlesy in a way. It kind of got a bit of a. I don't know, the sound, I always hear that sound from Paperback Writer, which is an amazing guitar sound, but with a more trippy kind of feel to it, and it's sort of Grace Slick meets the Beatles meets...
Yeah, it's got that kind of vibe to it, I suppose. I mean, the Heart of Gold, sorry, there you go.
How do you know?
How do you know? How do you know was actually very easy to write, wasn't it? And very easy to record. It was one of those songs that just flowed. It was an absolute joy. Some songs really initiate you and make you really go through it, like Oz or Diamond Road, you know, on the first album. But How Do You Know just flowed. It was really enjoyable, and all the elements just came together. It just seemed like silk.
Yeah.
So, and the message and the lyrics and the whole sort of journey. Yeah, we're really pleased how it's turned out.
Yeah.
And how the amazing thing about it actually is that Pedro Ferreira, when we were recording, mixing the song in Spin Row Studios, he just bought an original plate reverb. Couldn't believe it, and it turned up literally on the day we turned up to do the mixing. So he could have spent ages doing, you know, getting different reverbs from different, and this is boom, he just set it up. We've got a video of it. We're going to be doing a little documentary behind the scenes making, so you'll get to see that. So we got that original plate reverb.
Which definitely sounds better than any digital plugin. And we compared the digital plugin of exactly the same thing, and the real thing just kicked its ass. So
that's it. It had a warmth. It's like it's sort of a texture that changed a little bit.
Character.
Yeah, whereas the digital doesn't change, it's just the same all the time. But we like using both. We're not, even though we do sort of hark back to the sort of 60s, 70s, our inspiration, because so much of the best music was made during that time. We also like a lot of the sort of modern sounds and the, you know, the sort of technologies available of today as well, and mixing the two.
There's a lot of, I think that there is a uniqueness that when you're using sort of analog stuff, you're going to end up with something that doesn't sound like anyone else. Whereas you have to be careful not to sound like a lot of records, because so many of the plugins that you use today they're out of the box, aren't they? They're just, you do that and it works, whereas you have to combine so many different variables together and you end up getting some kooky sound that almost impossible to replicate, which is what makes an individual sounding record. So I do love the analog stuff.
It's living, there's something living about
it.
It's a really enjoyable song to sing. I love that song. It's one of my favourite songs, and I can't wait to play it live actually. I'm gutted that we haven't been able to get out there and play it live yet. But hey, we've never played that song live, have we?
I remember live.
Have we played it live? We haven't played it live. No. And the guitar?
Oh yeah, the guitar.
Yes, the guitar, can we?
The actual guitar.
Get the guitar out again.
There it is.
There it is again.
There it is. It's that pickup. It's like those two together. It's just they're a weird distance apart, and you know.
We like weird.
Yeah, burgundy and black is a good colour scheme as well. I think that's why it sounds so good, this guitar. Burgundy and black thing.
and the sound of How Do You Know. So we can't wait to play it live. Bring it on.
Damn straight.